Hey, JB's, what happening, brother? How's it going out your way? I see I watched your video earlier. That's awesome that you got your blocks ready to get picked up. Sweet. Now comes the fun part, getting her all together. Ain't nothing like getting her put together when it's all nice and painted and the end result. Oh, you already went and got it back, huh? Your video must have been from yesterday then, huh? Hey, Vino, what's going on, brother? Mustang Mike, what's happening, brother? Everybody staying warm? Hey, Lloyd, what's going on? Editing the one for this weekend. Heck yeah. Yeah, I figured I'd come on and see what everybody's up to. I was bored. Called it an early night out in the shop. Boy, I need to get my hair cut. Everybody staying warm. It's supposed to be like in the upper 40s here tomorrow. I can't wait. I think it was tomorrow. Pretty sure it was. So you got your blower and everything ready? You got that all figured out, JB? Like I was telling you in the comments on the one video there, a lot of you can still make power with a Holly 2 barrel, on that blower. You just gotta, jet it up and change the power valves around maybe and squirter situation. But the roundy round cars, they run 2 barrels all the time and shit, they fly. Just have to keep an eye on your spark plugs. What's going on in your neck of the wood, Lloyd? How you like the new truck? You get the brake lights figured out? Yeah, would you say 5 pounds of boost, JB? I don't think you have to worry about that. But I don't know. I mean, I've never dealt with that motor in particular, so I guess I can't really speak on something that I don't know nothing about. But usually, when you start, over driving them, is when you got to worry about twisting the cranks off. My father-in-law, he had a 70 El Camino with a small block in it with a 871 blower, dual carbs, and he had to have a Hemi Chrysler snout welded onto and balanced on his crankshaft because he had that problem of twisting the snout off, the harmonic balancer. But he had a special crank made for it, so just got home from Sundance. Where the hell is that at? Or what is that? Did you get the brake lights figured out? On the old Extreme? Now you got to buy an El Camino and you'll have the same fleet I got. A G body, an Extreme, and an El Camino, an A body. Mustang Mike 256, what's going on with you, brother? Oh, no kidding, JB. They won't do it, huh? A lot of things happens on hopes and prayers, I guess. Is it a steel crank or just a factory? Um, just a factory cast crank. I mean, they don't offer nothing for that. What'd you say it was a 2.8, right? I know they started coming out. Oh, it's factory. I know they started coming out when my boy was into the Jeeps. The XJs or whatever they are. Them 4.0s. Inline sixes. They came out with a lot of high performance parts for building them straight sixes up. As far as crank, pistons, rods. So you need to turn some of them saw cutters into a lathe and you can make your own. Yeah, our machine shops are, I think it took, oh, the first one we took, like Tyler's motor, we took, that's in his Monty, I took to a local machine shop. My buddy, works there, and then, shit, they've had that thing for 8 months before, I actually had to be a dick and kind of threaten them with it, tell them I was coming to pick it up if they didn't get it. Hey, Don, what's going on? Tell them that I was coming to get it if they didn't, get it in the works. And imagine that 4 days later it was done. But my new buddy, that I've met through Dave over at Dave's Collision that did the El Camino, he's a machinist over there. And I tell you, man, I love his work. Wish I would have met him years ago. And he's pretty quick about it. Well, you said he was a one-man army over there. So I seen in your video that you were telling everybody that he does it all himself. So I mean, there's only so much one guy can do, and there's only so many hours in a day. Believe me, I know. Just working on the Camaro, trying to get it done. I hear that, man. Just like I just told JB, there's not enough hours in the day. I gave up early tonight. I was out there messing around with Tony's a little bit. We took the wife's truck in this morning and dropped it off. I was going to have a lift kit put on it and some new tires. And he called me up at 1 and told me even with the 2-inch lift kit, the tires weren't going to fit. And he told me, I guess I was SOL. I'm like, wow. There were only 33 1250s. I wanted to, because the stock tires on her truck just look small on it. But they said that the Tahoes, they got a shorter front fender, and the way the bumper cover comes around versus the 1500, the Silverados, the pickup trucks. So he said that, even with a 2-inch lift, they'd rub. And so I was like, well, just back her out of the shop then. And he's like, well, I can still do the lift. I said, ain't no sense putting the lift on if I can't put the tires I want on it. So I'm going down to Clio tomorrow. I found a set of takeoffs off of 2021. The guy just got the truck brand new, and he put aftermarket wheels on it. So I'm getting brand new tires and brand new Snowflake GMC wheels, same size as what's on her truck. So I'll be a lot more happy tomorrow. I'm scared to death of her driving that thing with them tires and that the snow and ice. Me, I ain't worried about it, but her, Yeah, they sure don't give them damn things away. I mean, it was going to cost me $1,200 um, for the lift kit and a set of China diggers, I call them, but they weren't a mud tire. They were an all season, um, just the tires and and then the lift kit, the 2-inch lift kit. Hey, Terrence, what's going on? And so I was like, the hell with that, I mean, so this guy, he's got Bridgestones, I think it is, on the snowflake wheel for 14. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. But they come off of a Denali. And I do believe they're, let me click on the picture here and I'll tell you exactly what the tires are. Yeah, they're Bridgestone, the Dueler ATs for $1,400. So another $200 from what I was going to spend, and I get a brand new set of 2021 wheels. Because if you try and one thing about these newer trucks, and ours is only a 10, but you just can't replace the wheels without this has got that tire monitoring system on it that lets you know the air pressure in each tire. So LP94, what's going on, brother? So that was one issue that I was wanting to keep, is make sure it had the tire monitoring system. So, oh, it was your pickup, the fuel gauge stopped working, huh? Wow. Oh, St. John's Chevy dealer. That's where you were at. Okay. Yeah, you gotta specify. We don't know what Sundance is. You say Sundance to me, and I'm thinking like a AMC movie channel. Oh crap! I kill myself sometimes. Yeah, we got the push rod length determined. We put that video out. Been doing 2 a week. Terrence, I want to try and figure out how to make you a moderator. I got to go to YouTube. Let me see if I can figure this out real quick. See if I can remember how he said to do it here. I got to go to Terrence's name, copy his thing, and then give him a wrench. Hmm. I don't know how in the hell this thing works. I have no idea. Let me go get my boy and see if he can help me figure this out, guys. Hold on one sec. I think I have to go to his name and copy his information. Go to his channel. And where to left click that. Copy it.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Left click. Copy. Okay, now what?
Yeah, go to your settings or wherever you make.
Oh, people just do it on. They said you got to do it on YouTube. So let's go back. Back. YouTube Live. All right. That ain't it. Right click, maybe. What's these options over here? I have no idea how to do this. Go to YouTube Studios, are we going?
Mm-hmm.
Taking forever. I got too many tabs open. Gotta come over here to that one. YouTube Studio. Hang with me, guys. We're trying to figure this out. Seems like a lot of my internet's being stupid. Settings. Was I think it was that. Community moderator. Paste. I gotta go back up to paste the channel URL of the hidden user. Approved user. I think that was the one I had to do again. Try and unblock that. Well, let's see. Hey, Terrence. Let me go to the StreamYard and see if it. Hey, Terrence, say something. See if you're. What is this? Yeah, the guy's texted me on these tires. He said he can switch out the GMC center caps for Chevy, but I told him no, it's fine because the boy is going to be getting the ones off the Tahoe, and he's got a GMC. Didn't work. Oh well, I don't know. Told you I'm kind of stupid when it comes to this stuff, man. I have no idea. Calling about torque converter tomorrow. Awesome. Yeah, me either. It is what it is, though, brother. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's nice to have a moderator, but I guess I can. I'll put you in timeout if you guys get nasty. Rich GTR turns. I'm like the plague. I always wrong. You just never know where I'm going to show up. uh, so what's everybody up to besides trying to stay warm? Actually, the weather's been pretty decent. I guess I can't complain. It ain't. I think we're supposed to get down to zero one of these nights this weekend, but I think we're on the. Hopefully, we're on the other side of the spectrum where we're going to start warming up. I'll take mid 30s to 40s. I mean, it's better than it's been a cold winter. Yeah, I need a little more learning. Definitely. Like I said, I don't know nothing about. I mean, you would think that if you wanted to have a moderator, you should just click it. Awesome, JB. Thank you. Yeah, when I get my new stuff and I'll make it right with you. I'll send you a hat or something, brother. Rar Nation. Doing great. Just seeing you light on. Heck yeah. I was bored. I was telling everybody I called an early day out in the shop and came in, figured I'd come in and say hey to everybody. Trying to figure out how to make moderators on here, but I don't know nothing about this stuff, Uncle Danny. Open YouTube Studio, left click settings. I'm not even trying it. You know how to do all that good stuff. We had um shit, I can't remember his name. Hell of a good guy though. I know he's from the in the Navy. He was on here and he was trying to show me the other night and I couldn't figure it out. But Jenny just sent type the username you want to make a moderator and click save. From the automated filters tab. I don't know, and I'm not even gonna waste my time Yeah, he had the Red Boss Mustang. I think it was Brown Storm or Brown something like that. I went to his live the other day. He was talking about um, coyotes in the mountain or ponies in the mountain or something. Pretty good guy. He's from down there by Old Man in the Shop down North Carolina. Yeah, everybody that's in here, if you guys ain't got Uncle Danny from Rare Nation, go check him out. He's got a pretty cool channel. He likes getting under Ryan Upchurch's skin. uh, he used to do a lot of live streams back in the day, and um, he's been probably one of my very first subscribers, and we talk on the phone every once in a great while. Hell of a good guy. So show the love, guys. Just sent you an email. For what, Terrence? How to do the moderator? Jenny sent me a picture too. uh, I didn't get it yet. Reminder, Herbert, your payment's due. Yeah, it seems like once you moved, Uncle Danny, it kind of, you got busy with the new house and all the streams stopped, but I always had a good time on your streams. They must have changed the stuff around, because shit, you made me a moderator on your channel, just like boom, all of a sudden I had a wrench right in the middle of the chat. Did you have to switch back and forth from StreamYard to YouTube Studio to do that? Even my editor in chief, he don't know how to do it. So, like I said, he don't go on YouTube. He's into the TikTok and some other gaming site. He's making money off it though. I wasn't bullshitting you guys when I told you out of everybody in the world, the game that he does, he's up at he ranks like 30 in the world. Wow, that's pretty good. I hate when it comes time to buy tires and all that kind of stuff. I love buying parts and don't get me wrong, I love buying, shit like that, race parts and stuff, man. But when you got to go fork out that kind of money for tires, whew. For your everyday vehicles, like, oh man, I don't want to. Hey Cam, what's going on? NBS Rides. Nice building, man. I think it's beautiful. That's my ultimate goal for here is to build a new shop out back, 30 by 40, with the high ceilings for a lift. Big dreams, big dreams. All right, JB, thanks for stopping in, brother. Yeah, it's called life happen, Uncle Danny. That's what happened in life, and it happens to everybody. We know you're still around. You know what? I got looking at my YouTube studio and shit through the winter. towards the end of last year, and my I wasn't putting out very much either, or doing shit, but y'all know what happened with my life. That's called life. It happens, and last thing on your mind is YouTube. Like I said, but I've met a lot of good people and friends off of YouTube, so it's kind of nice to stay in touch with them and put out a little bit of content here and there. I'm starting to get back into it. Wish I could be one of them bigger ones that you can afford to have YouTube pay for the projects. It'd be a lot easier to put out content if you could afford to, have YouTube pay for some of it. But money can't buy friendship, brothers. And I tell you that. And that's what exactly happened with this channel. We met a lot of good people, and I'm more than happy. Fell down a rabbit hole on Google. Was looking up caprices. Uh-oh. Heck yeah. Gained a family from our nation. You know that. Don, you're right there too. Hell yeah. Money can't buy friends, brothers. And that's exactly what I said about this channel. When I'm dead and gone and my grandkids could be able to watch and go back and see the builds that I've done and the stuff that I've done on the channel. And that's kind of what I wanted for this is for the future for the grandkids and whoever, to kind of look back and see how stuff's done. And that was my ultimate goal. And then throughout the stages of it, you start meeting people and talking to people, and it's just heck yeah. Wouldn't trade it for the world. Besides, I've heard from a couple people too, that actually got to go and travel and meet some of these bigger YouTube people. They ain't what they seem to be when they're on camera, you know what I mean? Or on their show, stating that they're this, that, and the other. And then they meet them in person and they're kind of ignorant and snide. That's one thing you'll never get from me. I actually had somebody come up and meet me at Ubley Dragway when we were there, and shit, we stood around in the hot sun and bullshitted for a couple hours. They drove. Oh yeah, they let the I guess the publicity go to their heads. You know what I mean? Thinking that they're better than everybody else or whatever. We all get out of bed and put our pants on the same way, one leg at a time. Doesn't matter if you got more than what the other person's got, and I don't judge. But I guess when people get that big head, that's what happens. Sonny, get down before your mother kicks you in the butt. Damn, that cat's getting huge. He thinks he's a lap dog, is what he thinks. He follows Thor around like a dog. Come on, get on. You're not getting on the table. You're not starting that stuff. Oh, God. Look at the size of this beast. Size of them rabbit feet. Oh, yeah, I went down and there. Don, I talked to Bill on, never got to actually meet him in person. They were at Dig or Die when I actually went down there. I'm trying to get the hang of it, Cam. But, I was talking to Bill on Facebook for a while, and he hooked us up with some parts. I got the original seats out of Billy's S10. Well, they're not the original. It came with the truck, but a set that he had in that truck before he put race seats in. And I'm actually thinking about putting them in the El Camino. So we're going to have a piece of Billy's S10 in our El Camino. But yeah, I drove down there and he said, well, we might be back if we go out, but they ended up going around. So um, can't blame them. He said, but if they're there on Sunday, then they're there. He said, but if not, we're going around. So I said, hey, whatever. Hopefully you guys do go around, and make that. So, but yeah, we went down there with the cool, and he seems all right. Seems like good guys, down to earth. That's the kind of people that I like. Not overbearingly cocky, I guess you could say. Thinking your poop don't stink. Your pope don't stink. But I get where he's coming from with him and Billy. You know what I mean? The clashing and with the sons. I'm the same age as Bill, and he and Tyler is the same age as Billy. So you know, it's like I understand exactly. You're trying to overprotect on the boys and hey, Big Al, what's going on? Just was bored, figured come on here for a little bit and shoot the shit. Tried figuring out how to do this moderator thing. I was going to do it Saturday, and I don't know. I need to study up on it. But, I don't get too many, knock on wood, we don't get too many rude people in there that's trying to cause drama. So I like to keep it drama free, you know what I mean? If you got negative things to say about people, or like, I think we had that one guy in here that was the Nazi guy, was the only one I've ever had on my live stream so far that tried being trying to be that kind of person. Publicitize or well, yeah, the tongue was tied. Spread that kind of shit on my channel. It ain't happening. For a while there, we were getting um, um, I guess hookers. I guess you could say. I don't know what's a nice way to say it. But trying to get on the channel and post porn sites or whatever in the comments. Old man in the shop. Hey, Mark, what's going on? I had enough drama with my first wife, he says. I hear that. Like I said, this is just a laid back channel for everybody to come in and meet and shoot the shit. Leave the drama at the door. I'm sure we all got enough of that, off camera in our lives at some point. You know what I mean? We don't need to bring it on here and spread it around the internet. Oh, you got a girlfriend, a live-in. Happily divorced. Hey, do you know why? Hey, Terrence, you know why divorces are so expensive? This is a joke, by the way, guys. I thought it was kind of comical, but yeah, we ain't married. LOL. They're absolutely worth it. That's right. That's why they're so expensive. But I can't complain. Like I said, I got me a good girl. She put up with my shit for 30 something years. I tell you what, I owe her the world. And at some point in times, I wish I could take off my own boot and kick my own ass with it. But I know I can be that kind of guy sometimes. That's right, Terrence. Heck yeah, 37 years, man. And I told her, and I don't know how many times I've told her, I said, I'm sorry. Waiting for the kale tracks to show up. Got a good deal on them. What'd you get them off Marketplace, Lloyd? 23 here, Don says. Oh, shit. Let me,
Okay.
come on, you stupid thing. There's a link if anybody wants to jump on with me for a little bit. I forgot all about that. Why didn't you remind me, Terrence? You're the moderator. Say, hey, Herb, you need to post that link. Even though you're not the moderator, you're the moderator. Just saying. $2,000 Extreme. Yeah, he got himself a good truck. Like I said, he needs to buy an El Camino. Oh, no kidding, Mark. Wow. Okay. Oh, LOL. Okay, I'm the babysitter. Yeah, I can't catch it all. You know what I mean? That's a good deal, Mark. You know me, and you know me. I gotta. Some people are hooked to drugs and all that kind of stuff. Moderately moderator. Yeah. Any of you guys that join, that's here every, you know, you have the power too. You see any shady shit going on or somebody being ignorant, just say it and we'll take care of it. Oh, no kidding. Made money off it. That's awesome. That's how I do stuff too. If I find a good deal on Marketplace, I snatch it up and make money too. Like I said, the garage money is our play money. Any way we can make a dollar. the Well, the babysitter's drinking. He ain't even drinking, he's drinking. Hell yeah. Well, don't be scared, Terrence. Jump on. What the rock is going on here? Just a rolling and a rocking and a rocking and a rolling. What's going on, Pat? What's up? Yeah, he's drinking. He can't even. He's got dyslexia tonight, Pat. See how he spelled your name? Pat Rock. Oh, Alan, seen that porn crap in the comments a few times. Yeah, I had to take, people, oh, wow, I got, they leave it there to add to the comments. No. Ain't none of that going on up in here. Even the last live, we tried to, have Terrence leave the live stream in the bathroom. He said, you got to pay for that. Oh, that was great. Oh, no kidding. Damn, you're getting all sophisticated over there, Mark. You got to change the YouTube channel to be the machine shop. I still do mine by hand, but not grind them, just lap them. But there's a little science to doing them, like the 5-angle valve jobs and all that stuff. But it's free horsepower. I agree, they are pricey. Very pricey. And why not do it to yourself? Save yourself some money. All right, Don, we'll catch you later, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, Grady, what's going on, brother? Just here with the fellas. I was bored. I called it an early night and bought a set of new wheels and tires for the wife's Tahoe. I got to go pick them up in the morning from Kyle. So I was like, I ain't going back out in the shop after dealing with all that. I figured I'd come on live for a little bit. There you go, Mark. Heck yeah. Never too old to learn. I learn something new every time. I had one gentleman comment, on one of my videos. He's like, yeah, I love seeing an expert in their environment doing their thing. And I said, I'm not an expert, but I really enjoy what I do. And I learn something new every day. But I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. I'm a jack of all and a master of none. Well, I can't say a jack off because I can't cut a straight line on a piece of wood to save my life. My wife hates that. She wish I was a carpenter because she wants a lot of stuff done that I could probably do, but it ain't going to look so great. And it's called woodworking. Never got into it. Yes, it does, Mark. It sure does. When you start hating what you do, then that's when you find yourself not doing it no more or doing it shitty. Yeah, I went over to Tony's to the shop and finished ordering up all his stuff, and I come out of the office and I says, well, it'll be here in 3 to 5 days. It's coming from Georgia. He's like, well, how much? I said, another $1,200. He says, you son of a bitch. He said, you and your performance parts. I said, hey, when you told me when we were sitting here, when this deal first started and the boy's car was here and you fixed the trance, you said you wanted a motor. You weren't going to ask questions. Just you want the same thing as what Tyler does. Ain't too built, something you can still drive around. And you said you weren't going to hound me. But he didn't have an intake or, nothing. I saved him money on some stuff, but what was the push rods were $179 for a set of push rods. Wow. Poly locks. I got a set of rockers. I'm selling them, and they need poly locks. Poly locks were $68 for the comp cams. What else did we order? Oh, an intake. He had to have a new intake. That was $259. There was something else too. I can't remember. Yeah, 080 thick. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's the same setup as what ties is. Hopefully, I got thinking about it, and I'm like, oh man, hopefully I didn't shoot myself in the foot. Every motor's different. You know what I mean? Because just because they got the same cam and heads, you could still have the wrong push rod length. I'm thinking, is the deck surfaces the same? That's going to play a role. So hopefully I didn't shoot myself in the foot. I was trying to, and hopefully don't come back and bite me in the ass by trying to skip a step on Tony's build to save myself a little bit. And it doesn't take that long. I mean, it does. I mean, because you got to mock up the head and then, the valve train. Ain't nothing cheap. You got that right, Alan. But, like I said, hopefully it all pans out and it'll be fine. It'll. I'll just suck up if there's a 20,000's different, I'll just suck it up with preload. Because it is a hydraulic flat tap it. So, but I had that gasket set, so I saved the money there. Um, Timing chain and gear, rocker arms. He's buying that carburetor off me, that Aldebrock 650 that was on Tyler's car. So, I'm saving him money because he wanted actually he's into them, the demons, just like Mark bought. He loves them demon carburetors. But he had an Eldebrock single plane upstairs. And I told him, don't make the same mistake that we made on Tyler's. Go with the dual plane intake. All right, Lloyd, I appreciate you stopping in, man. You have a good night and hope everything turns out good with your truck. The wife still wants to get together, halfway, like at Mount Pleasant area, and do a night whenever we can, here in the near future with you and the missus. Like horseshoes, close enough. Yeah. You start getting that attitude too. I was like, man. But it should be all right. I mean, we didn't go zero deck on either one of the blocks, but one thing, Mark, on center bolt valve cover engines, they all are externally balanced besides the vortex. Yeah, it's going in a short box. He can't find a good G body around here, so he found a 2-wheel drive OBS short box, regular box. So he's going to be putting it in that, like the 454 SS style. I had them kind of chrome wheels on them. And Tony, he loves them OBS trucks. So that's what it's going in. And he's going to drive it. It's going to sound good, just like Ty's. So, yep. But on the harmonic balancer, when I called, that's another thing that I ordered for Tony, was a harmonic balancer. And the guy tried selling me. He said, well, they're externally balanced. I said, yes, I understand that. I said, we got the flywheel with it. He said, well, you're going to need a 400 harmonic balancer. I'm like, no, you don't. They're balanced through the flywheel on the 86 and up center bolt valve cover. The harmonic balancers are neutral. So they're just like the internal balance. And I said, and I had to argue with the guy from Summit. I says, look it up on the suggested parts for that kit. And it tells you what they suggest the parts are. And he comes back, oh, well, you're right, sir. I'm like, I shouldn't have to argue with you, man. This is the balancer I want. And you're going to argue with me that ain't the right one. Okay, I understand you work for Summit and all, but see, that just goes to show ain't everybody perfect. He said, well, I need to go to Eagle's website and see what they say. Dude, just give me the part number that I asked you. I did my homework. I know what's up. This is the harmonic balancer I want. Give me a neutral weight, 0 weight harmonic balancer, and it's already balanced through the flywheel. We're good. And if Eagle already sent me the rotating assembly with all that chart and paperwork that I put on my little board out there, it tells you right there and with suggested part numbers. So, yeah, he got me fuming a little bit. Well, if it's over 400 horsepower, you really should go with this and that and that and this. Dude, just give me the one that I asked. Unless you're buying it for me, then go ahead and get me one of them, you know, the bad boys, liquid filled, all that crap. Tony already had a heart attack when I told him, let alone spending $400 for a balancer. It was bad enough we had to spend 200. Put on your party dress. I like scat better, I think. I tell you, that setup that Jay got for that big block, that was a hell of a nice kit. I mean, even for I-beam rods, Mark, and um, Tyler's got scat rods in his 355, and they're just thicker. Tony's I-beam rods that come with that kit there, they don't seem as thick for I-beam rods. That's just the visual stuff that I see different. Scat's got a thicker I-beam rod than what Eagle does. I mean, but I've ran both kits before, and Eagle makes a good kit too. Yeah, that kit that Jay got, that was a really nice kit. I mean, it came with everything. And I compared the rod size to a stock rod, I guess you would call it, but um, damn, they were beefy. Yeah. Like I said, I've used them both, but visually, I've seen them are Skip White is where he got that rotating assembly for the big block. But Tony only paid I think it was little over $700 for crank, pistons, rods, mains, um, a flywheel or a flex plate. Yeah, and it was just over $700. He didn't get the oil pump or pickup tube or none of that stuff with the kit. Neither did Jay either, but Jay got a harmonic balancer with his kit, and Tony didn't. 355. Yep, that's what that engine is that we're building out here is. Yep, same thing as Ty's 355. But Ty's we used, we bought, the rods used and had them, checked, and then new rod bolts put in them, and because we the pistons were used too. But if I would have known back then what I know now, I probably would have had the boy do the same thing, just buy a complete brand new rotating assembly, because we just had his crank turn 1010. Yeah, for 700. That's what I'm saying. Shit. Time Tyler had his crank turned, the rods reconditioned, new bolts put in the rods, ARP bolts. We were already up to 400 plus what he paid for the. We were already there. For the money. So we spent just as much money on used shit, getting it redone, machined, for what it cost for a brand new rotating assembly. I mean, why wouldn't you? Like you said, it's crazy. It's just like I told Tony, because well, what's wrong with my crank? You don't get it. I mean, time you turn it, and now it's only a cast steel crank. It ain't a Ford 4340. In these kits for $700. You know what I'm saying? So you're only getting cast pistons, you're only getting cast crank. So I mean, I guess there's Tyler's pistons are. I think they were an older forged piston. If I remember, I can't remember, but I think they were. I think that's why we ended up buying them. But it was a scat crank or a scat rod with the good piston. I think he only paid $250 for the set, so that was a pretty good deal. If you guys remember that video that I did on going out and picking that stuff up, that guy had the old Cuda, the Challenger, and he had all them Chevy parts in that pole barn. He bought out a machine shop, and he had the old bow tie rods. Man, I wish I had more money when I was down there, because I probably would end up getting a divorce. Oh, the cast stuff, yeah. Like that old video, Mark, of Engine Masters. They took that stock 305, David Freiberger did, and shit, they sprayed that thing up to 600 before it finally lifted a ringland. Little 305 was making 600 and something horsepower. Unbelievable. I think they put it all the way up to a 300 shot on it before it finally let go, or he might even been more, but it was unbelievable. It was making 600 and still living, for horsepower on the dyno there. And David Freiberger, man, I feel like I'm shooting a puppy by adding more nitrous. It was great. So I told Jay, I says, that's what you got to worry about, is the ringlands. There he is.
Yep.
You saw that video of David Freiberger, Al?
Mm-mm.
On Engine Masters?
Which one?
Can you hear me, Terrence?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
What about now? Nothing? All right, what about now?
No. He must have had his phone turned down or something. Ain't nothing I could do manually to turn him on or off. Yeah, that was a good video. I go on, I watch that Engine Masters all the time.
What's up?
Skin. Hello.
Hello?
Huh.
Do you have me muted?
Let me
Hello?
no. Oh, hey, say it again.
Hello?
Oh, now I got you.
There you go.
I had my main computer on mute. What a retard. Wasn't you, it was me. Hey, Lexi. Everybody else could hear you but me. I guess it was my fault. My bad.
It's all good.
Yeah, I did, Mark. I had him muted. I had the whole computer muted. Yeah. I got to close the show. I'm not perfect. What's going on, Terrence?
Oh, just sitting here chilling.
Mr. Linksy's in the house.
Had a 11-hour work day today. I'm tired.
Yeah, I hear you. I was on the shop early this morning and ended up going over to drop the truck off at 8:30. Went over to Tony's, picked up his plow truck, and bring it back home. Started dinking around, and they called me at 1 o'clock and said that even with the lift kit, the tires weren't going to fit. So, what do you want to still want me to put the lift on? I'm like, no. And the only reason I was putting a 2-inch lift on is to clear them tires. Why am I going to spend money? So, Al
Trying to get
says,
this.
"Hey, 85, what's up?"
Not much, man. I'm Terrence on the chat. Y'all know that. You said what's up earlier. Well, thank you. Hello again.
You need to put your real name up there so people know. 85 Monty SS Terrence guy.
Can't do it. Hold on, I'll be back.
Yep. So what are you up to, Linksy? Enjoying the nice sunny weather out there? Oh, leave it to Terrence. MF, what's that stand for?
Manufactured.
That's right. Don't get me demonetized.
Manufactured.
Didn't know that it was you, Terrence. Al says.
Multiple function.
Boy, I don't know. Linksy. I guess good. Boy, I don't know. Have you ever heard of that?
My bad. I had two streams going.
Hey, there's Braille. There he is right there. Braille's for rides. Hey, fellas, what's going on?
Yep, that's it.
We were just talking about you earlier, in a good way.
Talking about that red boss.
Right. It is a boss, not just
Maybe
a boss, but it's a boss.
Maybe he can teach you how to do that moderator thing.
He tried last time, and I was still too incompetent to do it. We were trying to make.
You found out that I was muted.
Yeah, I was trying to make him a moderator again, and I failed again. But I was like, I tried for like 5 minutes. I had my boy come down and try, and I was like, I'm not going to wreck the stream, this live feed, trying to figure it out. I guess I'll do some homework. Got a few more mods to go before we go to the show in March. Needs to be a little louder. Man, it sounded good from that video. I tell you, I thought it did anyway. I try and quiet my car down. I must be getting too old.
Shit. I like the way yours sounds in the intro video.
Everybody's like, why are you
That's
put
kind of how I
Flowmaster on it? I think Flowmasters are just, don't get me wrong. There's some people that have some, Mustangs are the one that made Flowmaster sound, so popular. The Fox body with a set of Flowmasters and their headers. But yeah, just the tone be a little louder. But I was looking into them, not the Bosch, Magnaflows, the stainless steel, because I just got a set of cheap mufflers. I had a set of cheaper ones on there. Then I was like, what? Quiet it down a little bit more. And so I went with, what were they? I think the Thrush welded single chamber. And that's what's on it now. And it's got the deep, I kind of like it, but I think they're all right for singles. My Fox has 40s on it. Yep. That's the sound I was talking about. Always late to the party. Super 10s are real loud.
I did it again.
What's that? You bought another car? Uh-oh.
Got lost in a rabbit hole of caprices on Google.
What's up, peeps?
Oh yeah, I guess I can have that chat.
I got a set of Super 10. Yeah, them 10s, shorties. My brother-in-law's got on a Blazer with a stroker motor, small block, and them things are loud. Oh, with them 10s, it'll be loud for sure. He got pulled over as driving by a state boy. It just normal. He said it was funnier than shit. He said he had a car pulled over. He come up over the hill, just driving normal. Went past him, and he said he looked in his mirror, and the state boy was handing the people back their paperwork through the window and running to his car. So he just pulled over. Then cop flew around the other person and pulled up right behind him and wanted to put a decimal meter. He's like, there's Harley Davidsons that go by that are 10 times louder than what this truck is. And he said he wasn't even opening it up. So it was one of the cops that just didn't like loud vehicles, I guess, race car-y stuff. Nothing against the first responders or nothing like that. Just sometimes you get the ones that are not into the race car scene. Yeah, that video you did, man, that sounded good. I like did some wide open pulls in the boss today. What are you calling a snitch, Terrence? My header's running to 3-inch and duels after the muffler's very loud when you're on your foot. Yeah. Mine opens right up too. Tony yeah, I know what that means. Listen, WOT. Oh yeah. Now I got you, Terrence. Okay. But
You know what? See, this is my mentality. I was sitting here typing in the damn chat when I could have been talking to you. I worked 11 hours a day. My brain is mush. Y'all gotta excuse me for a minute.
You need to unwind and relax. You need to unwind and relax.
Yeah.
So, Brailsford, you were in Mexico then, huh? No video of that. Like you said on your live feed, you'll never video it because it could cost you.
He was on the auto.
Yeah, he was on the autocross track. But I can imagine what that thing sounded like with a wide open throttle. Under load too, that changes the depth of the sound too. Because Tony, we left a car show one time, and I went by Tony in his Trans Am with WOT, and he's like, "Wow!" He said that thing just ear-piercingly loud. He said, "That's the loudest thing I've heard." I went by him like he was standing still, but mine opens. Like I said, there even with them cheap mufflers, once you get into wide open throttle, it's pretty much straight through to 3-inch in your face.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, that's going to be a good one. Yeah, it's supposed to be getting nicer up here. I mean, probably not nice enough for me to take the El Camino out, but the boys, he gave me his battery to bring home and charge. He wants to, he's like, I'll take mine out, Dad. It gets in the 40s. I'm taking mine for a ride.
He won't think that when he's got to repair that rust.
He's got to repair what?
That rust.
Yeah, as long as the roads ain't wet, though, he don't care. As I told him, I said he's actually going to be dropping off his wheels and we're going to put some street tires on it, and because he got caught in the rain on them cheater slicks, and he's like, "Man, that was fun." I said, "It ain't fun. You can't give it any throttle at all, and you're all over the road with a 28 10.5 slick on the back." And they pretty much are slicks. I mean, it's got two little lines down the center of the tire. So what, you're going to buy yourself another toy, Terrence?
No, I'm getting motivation to get mine fixed.
Oh, there you go.
Every time I walk past it, I call it a raggedy bitch.
That's what Tyler, he's getting some stickers made up of his. It says shit box. I laughed. I said, "It ain't no shit box." He said, "Dad, it's just a term." I'm like, "Well, you're calling your car a shit box." I said, "It's far from a shit box."
Shit, my Suburban's a shit box.
I've seen some shit boxes on the road, but I said, "Yours is far from a shit box." He said, "It's just a term." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." But he's getting stickers made up. He's going to say that on the back of it.
On the Monte Carlo?
Yeah. He wants to get some, the body done on it. Which I told him, little whiskey dents here and there never hurt nothing. It was a rust that you had to worry about, but that was one thing we got lucky.
Every single one of my cars might have my knuckle imprint somewhere in the body.
Why, it makes you that mad?
Well, the SS I haven't done it to, and my other Monte Carlo I haven't done it to. But the S10, I got a flying knee in the third door. I'm telling you, boom, it's there. You know it. It's there.
See what Alan wrote?
Oh, I know, man. I just got to buy parts, man. I already got the motor to put into it. It's already got the carb on it. Everything's ready to go. I just need to finish painting it. I need to get a torque converter, which is what I said in the beginning of the stream or in the chat. I got to call about that torque converter. I got to get a new sending unit. It's got the original in the top of the tank. The metal plating on it that screws it to the tank. Well, it started to rust through, and it's JB welded. So that's got to be replaced. So I ran it out of gas officially tonight. It's completely bone dry. She died. That's the reason why that happened. And then I got to get new pads and rotors. And then maybe, since I'm on a roll, I might as well get a new radiator too, because it's the original one.
Yeah, that's what the boy said he was picking up for his car. He said, first thing I'm buying after, I told him, I said, you need to get your front runners, the tires for your front runners. Yeah. And he said, well, first thing I'm buying is a radiator with dual electric fans. I'm like, you need to get your tires. That way I can have mine back before you wear them out. Get them back bald. Oh, that's funny.
Misfit. I want to get that one that bumper sticker somebody made, put it on my dashboard of every single one of my cars. No airbags. We die like men. Yep.
I got one started, Lynxie, on the Blazer. Like I've said in a couple videos, I got it shoved up against the wall, and I got the first half. I'm getting all the everything videoed, and I'm going to show all the mods that are done to the Blazer, and I got it shoved up against the wall on casters, but I got to pull it out from the wall and then jack it up and get it on jack stand so I can climb underneath it and get the back half done of the video. So I got half of it done, but it'll be coming out soon, and it'll give you guys the old the lowdown. There's a lot of people haven't really seen what the whole truck's really got in it.
Ask if it can be put back on the street.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that arc switch panel and do like they do on that Mac TV. Just buy one of them old tractor blinker switches, then get the headlights and taillights wired in on a toggle switch, and or rocker switches, and with um, relays. So that's an exhaust basically, quiet it down a little bit. But yeah, it's gonna be able to cruise from here to there. It's gonna be radical. Don't get me wrong, but I want to even if you're racing like the track, you want headlights.
Yeah.
But did you guys see the new rules for the back half of the no prep track racing?
No.
Because a lot of because they didn't want tube chassis cars or cars that the firewall has been modified. The new rules that came out is as long as it's got a VIN tag, steel roof and quarters, it'll fit, and a 28-10-5 non-W. So because I was worried about that. 'Cause that's my ultimate goal. I want to go down to that dig or die. I know I'm not going to be able to compete with these big LS turbo dudes, but you never know. Their shit could break too.
Yeah.
But that's my ultimate goal. But I was afraid of taking it down there and then not fitting the rules because the firewall ain't stock. The wheelbase has been altered a little. A lot of people don't even know that yet. I guess I just let the cat out of the bag, but on that. But my front spindles and front,
Forward.
yeah, it's been moved forward 2.5 inches, which I don't.
I got
like.
I noticed.
You noticed it?
I got an S10. I noticed.
Yeah.
I
didn't like it when I bought the truck. When I bought the truck, and I asked the guy why he did it, and he says, he showed me videos of the truck. They couldn't keep it off the bumper. I mean, so everything got lowered, and they raked the front end out 2.5 inches to kind of put the motor back behind the center point of the wheels, which helps the bias of the truck. So it should be faster, I guess you could say. I mean, the chassis should work better, but I don't know. I don't like the way. I don't like the way it looks. I mean, you can notice it with the tires on it. It's sitting, because they didn't extend the front end, the sheet metal out. But that was something that me and my chassis guy was going to go over, and I might end up cutting the bars and sliding it back and to stock location. But he said he wants to come over and look at it physically and see what it entails, because with it being tube chassis, it shouldn't be a very big deal, to move it back. But that was one of the issues that I had when I bought the truck, and I've never told anybody about it. A couple people have noticed it, but that's going to be in the video. I explained to it to the best of my knowledge of what an altered chassis is. He didn't care about headlights, taillights, brake lights. It was a go fast race truck. So
if it can do wheelies, it doesn't need safety equipment besides holding the driver in.
Well, the video that I'm posting with my video, it shows the last run that truck made before it got tube chassis, and you guys will understand why it got tube chassied. It had a big boom. It went up.
What did it have in it before?
Huh?
What did it have in it before?
Big block Chevy. But the last I got all the videos of it when he sold me the truck. He forwarded me all the videos, and the last one, man, it bent the frame. All right, Al, appreciate you stopping in, buddy. You have a good night.
See you, Big Ed.
I was bored. We're going to come on for a little bit here, and I know everybody's still got to work tomorrow, so it ain't going to be a late one. We'll probably still do our Saturday night.
See you, Lexi.
Yeah, Linksy. Yeah, it's a 4-link mark. And like I said, none of that stuff. It's all brand new. So there's markings underneath that I'm going to show in the video of how they got it. The numbers printed on the shocks and on the how many clicks or whatever on the. But I don't know nothing about all that setting that shit up. That's why I got Matt. My chassis guy. Like I said, he has been an S10 guy for when people were first learning how to put small blocks in an S10. He was putting big blocks in them. So, and he's if you guys ever seen that video of the white S10 getting its roll cage put in it, it shows his chassis jigs, and he's got an S10 that he just did a full tube chassis on. They were doing a Malibu, a 78 Malibu. Stuff with Cletus. What's going on, brother? So yeah, it's it didn't have a 4-link at the time when he had it, Mark. When they were racing it, it just had old school traction bars and I think a 12-inch or 12 bolt underneath it. And the last hurrah was at Lapeer Dragway. It went straight up on the bumper, and the guy let off the gas, and it come down hard and bent the shit out of everything in the front, I guess. So
Why did he lift?
Huh?
Why did he lift?
I don't know. You'll see, like I said, you'll see it in the video when I post it, but it goes straight up. He 12 o'clocked it, and then it come down and just smashed. And everybody's like, holy shit, and wow. And that was the last run it ever made. It bent the frame, and that's when they tore it down and they tube chassis the truck.
Man.
So it's never been down the track since it's been tube chassis. And like I said, it's a brand new build as far as chassis goes. And like I said, I don't want to be the guinea pig that takes it out and puts it in the wall the first run because, they ain't got the, it's got the diagonal bar that runs from side to side. I guess it locates your rear end from right to left. And the 4-link bars, when they got the 4-link bars up in there, they just got the bolts and the nuts started. All that shit's still loose. So yeah, it needs what's that?
It needs to get aligned.
Yeah. Well, they said everything's centered up. But is it?
It doesn't mean anything with the weight on it. Without weight in it.
Yeah. And like I said, it had when they mocked everything up and they put the mid plate in it and the motor plate, they had a motor in it and drive shaft links already cut. So they pretty much had it set up and it's centered in the wheel walls in the back. I checked that, from the wheel openings and that centered, but just right to left. So, but like I said, that's what Matt's for. I don't know nothing about all that shit. I think I've even asked Mark, old man in the shop here, about that kind of shit. And until you get all the weight in the truck, trans, motor. Too far for me, brother. Called thrust alignment for rear axle. Yeah, that diagonal bar. It's got an anti-roll bar already up under it. So, I mean, it's got a parachute mount or parachute bar already welded into the chassis. So, I mean, it's a nice setup. Just new to me,
Where'd it go? There it is.
Schneidertron. Oh, you bought one of his turbo shirts?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he appreciates that.
I got 2 of them, actually, and I got a couple of his stickers and something else. Oh, I got a Jack Black. My other shirt is a Jack Black shirt, and I got the Jack Black sticker. Yep.
Hell yeah, man.
I need to get one of those trucks, man.
You need to get one of them trucks.
Yep. The OBS Chevy. I need one in my life. I've had 2 of them. I need another one.
I was just telling, well, you were in here or maybe you weren't in here yet, but Tony can't find a good G body, so he ended up buying a 2-wheel drive short box, like the 454
Yep.
SS style that he's putting that motor I'm building in. So that's gonna be pretty
Dude,
cool.
I love those trucks. I love
For
those
proper
trucks.
alignment, driver should be in the seat. Yep.
That's where my mentality was with it, Misfit. That's why I said aligning it without a motor or transmission or somebody in it is different from having all the weight in it, because the angle of the suspension and everything's gonna be different. But we already knew that we're here. So.
Yeah, when we go to set ride height and all that, it'll be with me in it.
Damn, I'm out of drink.
OBS prices are going nuts like everything else. You ain't lying, great. Oh, another thing that I was trying to think of that drove Tony's prices up was this torque converter. Hughes torque converter 3000, same thing Tyler's got. He went with a 3 instead of a 3500 though. Tyler's got the billet 3500. Tony went with a 3000 Hughes non-billet, and it was still $600.
Damn.
You didn't want to hear that, did you?
No. But hey,
Sorry, buddy.
I need more money. I need more money.
She's gonna tell you ass go to work.
Right, I already worked.
Look what Cletus said.
I can't have another vehicle. 5 is my limit. Plus, I got my work truck out there and her van. I can't have any more vehicles. I said I want one.
Want and need are 2 different things, right? Or want and get.
Yeah.
We all want a lot of shit, but
Now, to be honest with you, I need a Z71 OBS extended cab
for the fan,
the 4x4. No, used to be my grandpa's truck. He bought it brand new. It was a farm truck. When my grandma started to get sick, he wanted to liquidate some things, so I got it from him. And I didn't have my license at the time. I was over the age of 18, and just legal reasons why I didn't have my license. So I put it in my girlfriend's name. Well, she started cheating on me, and we broke up, and she sold the truck to my ex before her just to piss me off. And her boyfriend painted it and lifted it, took it to a mud bog, and it burnt to the ground. So I need to make another truck like that.
What year was it?
It was a 95 extended cab Z71 Silverado.
Cletus said he's got a 97 extended cab 2500. How much you asking for that, Cletus? Thinking about selling my S10. Oh no, Mark. And Misfit, you're right. Even the fuel system with a couple gallons of fuel in it, I heard. When you go to set ride height and your bias, your corner weights, I guess you'd call it.
Yep.
Hey, Chuck, what's going on, brother? A little late as usual, but you made her. I like that. The wife texts me from the living room. We let the dog out. Oh, that's funny. I should have texted her back to her now.
That reminds me, mine messaged me too. What do you want? Shared a video, so I ain't watching this bullshit.
Zero
No.
rust, 4L80 E-Trans, new tires, etc. Needs an engine, and the bed is beat up. $2,800. That ain't a bad deal. Where are you out of, Cletus? Ain't you? You're down south, ain't you? I say that because I'm in Michigan, as you would guess. Terrence is in Ohio. So we're northern boys.
Arkansas. I ain't going to Arkansas for a truck. Sorry.
It's called
Not for
Arkansas.
one that needs, not for one that needs a motor. I appreciate it though.
Hey,
I really
it's called
do.
Arkansas. Arkansas. You do need some sleep.
I do.
I don't know. Jenny calls Frankenmuth, which is up here in Michigan, Frankenruth, and there's no R in it, but that's her way of saying it. She says, nobody's ever corrected me my whole life. And I said, I have every time you said it. Hey, there he is. Bigfoots and Mopars. What's up?
Cletus, man, if I was going to do a dually, I would have to be the guy that has two-wheel drive and drop it on his nutsack.
Just like Josh's.
Kind of, but I'm talking about full notch. I'm talking about air ride. I'm talking about show truck.
So you're talking like Murder Nova style.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
You never seen his dually? Duramax? Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Nope.
His two wheels driving dropped, he said. He's got all.
You just said it. Oh. For some reason, I thought the 454 was a 4x4. Send me pictures of it, man.
Bigfoots and Mopars. He's at work, but wanted to stop in and say hello. We appreciate it.
Hey, Cletus, is it an automatic or is it a stick?
I've got too many cars.
I do too. That's what my issue is.
He's even got an El Camino.
Automatic. It's all right, though. What you're talking about Tony that's ordered that torque converter. What transmission is he using?
350 turbo.
The one for the Caprice is a 700 R4. So it's the lockout converter. So it's going to be probably more than what he got.
Is it built up at all or what?
The transmission, no, it's just been rebuilt.
I'd be changing that.
Yeah, but it's only got that mild motor. I just
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not chasing power with it. You know, that motor don't even have 350 horsepower. You know, just right now, besides sitting out of gas, but as the car sits right now, and I go down the highway, I can't even get it out of its own way going downhill, getting on the highway. That's how slow that fucking car is.
Well, shit, I should talk to Tony, and he could probably get you a good converter through his converter people cheaper than what you can order one for.
Did you come back yet?
No, he's probably out there pooping. Here comes the light.
Pooping.
Huh?
Pooping.
He got dogs do that.
I know. Mine did before I came in the house.
I see the one light on. I got motion lights out in my backyard, and I can usually tell when he comes up, unless he's up there lollygagging. He is. He's probably standing right here at the door waiting for me. Come on, get in here. Good boy. Hey, did you go? You all good now? Is it cold out there? He said, yeah, if I had nuts, it'd be froze.
Yeah,
Oh, you got
Cletus.
96 Volvo 6L.
Please tell me the Volvo is the station wagon. You get extra points if it was a station wagon. Long roofs whirl the world.
There's a fast one on drag week, runs 6 seconds and a quarter mile.
Talking about that gray one, that silver one?
I think it's a brown, ain't it?
I don't know.
It is a wagon. Look at him. Look at him go. How can you have too many cars, Rusty Iron Project says. You should see his yard or his property.
Dude, I
How
live in
many
an
you
apartment.
Hey, Chuck, how many you got out there? Just a rough guesstimate. Let's see if we can match up with Cletus here. Yep, the Swedes with the Volvo. That thing is wicked fast. You know what I'm talking about, Miss Vet. Yeah, he set that goal last year, man, on drag week, and at the very last track, he turned that thing up, and it went into the sixes. But that was badass. I mean, and if you know the Volvo, the whole front end is like boxed. They're square. There is no aerodynamic at all in that car.
They call them a brick for a reason.
Yeah, because they are a brick.
Yeah, I got 5 vehicles, man. I got my oldest is 84 Monte Carlo CL, just like Herb's boy, Tyler. It's that same front end. I got an 85 SS Monte. I have my 1991 Caprice, which is the first year of the bubble body. My 2002 Suburban, which is lifted 3 inches with 33s, and my 2003 S1002, which is kind of rare because it's a 5-speed.
What, the ZR2 is?
Yep.
Oh, no kidding.
It's a Manuel.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, we know.
What, the Tesla?
Oh, Chuck says Rusty, and he's holding some for other people because I got one out there. One of my vehicles is out there. Well, it ain't mine; it's my dad's. But
86 Fiero. Don't we know somebody that's building a Fiero?
yes, sir.
Mm.
2.3 seconds, 0 to 60. Is that the fastest car you ever rode into? Because if it is, you want to go for a ride? I wonder what the El Camino. I want to buy one of them draggies. Just per mile an hour and a 60-foot. Is Grady still in here? I wonder what he'll tell me. He'll tell you what mile per hour you're doing in like 100-foot versus 330 versus 660 versus 1320. Heck yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, Cletus. Nothing at all.
Yep.
Dropping an LT1 stroker into the Fiero this year, but nothing ever goes as planned. You got that right.
Never. Never goes to plan.
We were just having that conversation earlier with Rar Nation. It's called life gets in the way of everything.
Look at this. Y'all know this picture.
Chevy. Clear keys?
Original green key.
Oh, they look
Huh?
clear. All the glare, I thought they were clear. The original keys for what? The bubble
Yep.
or the Monty?
No, for the Caprice.
I said, what mile an hour is a good mile an hour for somebody that's been 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds? What would you think that the mile an hour would be on a good 60 foot versus 100 foot? I mean, they don't tell you at the track 0 to 60. They give you, they don't give you mile an hour. They give you, okay, you did a 1.4 or a 1.5 or whatever. I'd like to know what like a 0 to 60 pull would be. What kind of mile an hour do you think you're doing a 60 foot? Is it faster than 2.3 seconds? 0 to 60 mile an hour. I don't know. I never got into that kind, 0 to 60 stuff. I'm sure the El Camino, like I said, I'd like to get a draggy and try and figure that out, like what the mile an hour would be in 1.5.
It's all right, Brailsford. I'm getting ready to jump off here too.
I tell you, your ass, Grady. 0 to 60 in 3.8. Yeah, Motion Raceworks had them on sale last year for Christmas for $100, and I should have bought one. Now I'm kicking myself in the ass because now they're like $179. $603.25 mile. Now that's cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody.
All right, I gotta jump off here.
Yeah, we're gonna be shutting her down here in a minute anyway. We're going on almost 2 hours again.
Yep. I'm going here to spend some time with Mama before we have to go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get up early, and I get up early every day, but I actually got something tomorrow morning.
I'm getting up at 5:30.
I got you beat by 2 hours, brother. 3 hours or 3:30 every day. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna shut her down for the night. 102 and 6.7 seconds. 0 to 102 and 6.7. That doesn't seem right either. I think Grady's bullshitting me. 102 and 6 point.
See you, Brailsford. As always, thank you for your service.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it.
See you, Rusty, Misfit.
8th mile. There you go, Grady. Okay. Now I got you. I was like, that ain't adding up. Because I know you're a quarter mile racer. I think. I could have swore you were.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to jump off here, and I appreciate everybody for coming in. Chuck, Grady, as usual, Misfit, Rails for Rides, Cletus, Mr. Terrence M.F. Boyer. We'll catch you guys on Saturday night. We're gonna do a live on Saturday night again as usual. We'll get on our Saturday night schedule again. I was just bored tonight, so. But we appreciate it, guys, and we'll check y'all later. If I can figure this damn thing out again. Take care, guys. Have a good night and weekend. See you Saturday.